animal kingdom, and the topic is germ layers. What are germ layers? As far as the definition of this question is concerned, germ layers are the primary layers that differentiate in the embryo during gastrulation. This is a short definition of germ layers. If we talk about the animals, animals have a minimum of two germ layers, and maximum of three germ layers. Okay, so germ layers की जब हम बात करते हैं तो germ layers वो layers होते हैं एक वी कैन से एनिमल्स में। जब हम एनिमल किंगडम की बात करते हैं तो जब एक एनिमल अपने गैस्ट्रुलेशन स्टेज, एक स्पेशल स्टेज होता है, यानी जो डेवलपमेंटल पीरियड्स होते हैं एनिमल्स में, अगर हम ह्यूमंस की ही बात करेंगे तो ह्यूमंस में जो प्रेगनेंसी का जो टाइम होता है, जिसको हम गेस्टेशन पीरियड भी कहते हैं, गेस्टेशन पीरियड जब हम बात करते हैं दैट इज़ 9 मंथ्स प्लस माइनस 7 डेज जो होते हैं, इस गेस्टेशन पीरियड में एक स्पेशल पीरियड होता है, एक स्पेशल स्टेज होता है, दैट्स कॉल्ड एज गैस्ट्रुलेशन। ये जो गैस्ट्रुलेशन होता है, इस गैस्ट्रुलेशन में अगर हम ह्यूमंस की बात करेंगे, जो स्पेशल केस हम यहाँ पे एज एन एग्जांपल डिस्कस कर रहे हैं जर्म लेयर्स को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए, तो गैस्ट्रुलेशन जो है इसको अगर हम देखेंगे, गैस्ट्रुलेशन एक वो स्टेज होता है एम्ब्रियोनिक डेवलपमेंट का, यानी प्रेगनेंसी पीरियड का, या हम कह सकते हैं कि डेवलपमेंटल स्टेजेस का, जिसमें 3 टाइप्स ऑफ जर्म लेयर्स की फॉर्मेशन होती है। 3 टाइप्स ऑफ जर्म लेयर्स, इसका मतलब होता है दैट इज़ एक्टोडर्म प्लस mesoderm plus endoderm, endoderm. Okay, so in case of humans, there occurs the formation of 3 germ layers during the gastrulation. So what is gastrulation? Gastrulation is actually the stage of pregnancy, or we can say the embryonic developmental stages, or gestation period, during which 3 important germ layers are formed. That is ectoderm, that is the outer layer; mesoderm, that is the middle layer; and the endoderm, that is the inner layer. And all the organs of an organism or tissues of an organism are formed from these germ layers. The outer organs in our body, for example, we have got the skin, we have hairs, we have nails, or so many other organs like enamel of the teeth are formed from the ectoderm during the organogenesis. Next is mesoderm, like that of the, we can see we have got the muscles, we have got the bones, and so many other organs are formed from the mesoderm, that is the middle germ layer. Okay, and the inner organs of the body, like the organs of the digestive tract, organs of the respiratory tract, and so many other organs are formed from the endoderm. In this way, every organ and tissue of our body are formed from these 3 germ layers that are formed during the gastrulation stage of embryonic development, during the process called organogenesis. So gastrulation is basically the formation of gastrula. It is a very unique stage during the embryonic development, because during this stage there is formation of 3 germ layers, and from these 3 germ layers, every organ, every tissue of the body is formed. Okay, I hope you got the idea. So I will explain it here in detail. Like if we talk about the why germ layers are called as germ layers. Germ layers are called as germ layers because, sir, there are 2 types of gametic cells formed in the animals. For example, there are sperm cells. There are sperms and ova or eggs. Okay, dear students, these sperms and ova are known as germ cells. These are known as germ cells. Okay, they call it as germ cells. Sperm cells are the reproductive cells, or we can say sex cells, from the male organism, and eggs or ova are called as the gametic cells, or the germ cells, or the sex cells from the female organism. Okay, from the females. When these germ cells fuse together, if we talk about the higher animals and the human beings females, these germ cells in case of human females fuse together inside the fallopian tube. okay, of a female, or we can say of a mother. Okay, so it means that after their fusion there occurs the formation of a zygote. There occurs the formation of zygote. It means that the zygote is a single cell. So it's a single cell, it is a diploid cell, it is a Lowry cell, and it is also a fertilized cell. So what is a zygote? We'll explain the zygote here also. Zygote is a single cell, it is a diploid cell, it is a Lowry cell, and it is a fertilizer cell. Okay, you know that sperms and ova are haploid cells. Both are haploid cells. Number one, both are small cells. Okay, number two, number three, both are unfertilized cells, but both are gametic cells. Okay, but when they fuse together there occurs the formation of zygote. Zygote is a single cell, it's a diploid cell, it's a Lowry, it's a fertilized cell. Okay, so after then there occurs number of divisions. After then there occurs number of divisions. Okay, after then there occurs number of divisions, like after the formation of zygote there is the first stage of embryonic development of the or the pregnancy stage, I can say. That is the cleavage. That is the cleavage. There occurs cleavage. After cleavage there occurs blastulation, and after blastulation there occurs so many other stages of pregnancy or the embryonic development, like cleavage, blastula. There occurs we can say implantation, there occurs placentation, there occurs placentation, there occurs gastrulation, there occurs organogenesis, and so many other stages. See? And the final it's parturition, then lactation. Okay, these are the main stages of the embryonic development. In all these stages are called as embryonic stages, because during these stages there occurs the development of the embryo. If we talk about the humans, it occurs during the 9 months plus minus 7 days. Okay, and that's why if we say why germ layers are called germ layers, because these layers are formed from the germ cells, that is sperm cells, and the egg cells or ova cells. When they fuse together they form zygote, and zygote undergoes so many developmental stages that that's why these are called as germ layers. And a particular stage among all these stages are is a gastrulation stage, during which all the three germ layers are formed: ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. Okay, I hope you will get the idea why they are called germ layers. Number one. Number two, why they are called primary layers? Because these are the first layers, these are the primary layer, these are the first layers that are formed during the gastrulation stage. None of the stage like cleavage, blastulation, implantation, placentation, or any other stage, none of the stage in which there is a formation of the gas, it is the only, there's the formation of these three, it is the only gastrulation during which all these germ layers are formed. Okay, that's why they are called primary layers. Primary means these are the first layers that are formed for the first time in the gastrulation stage. And after this gastrulation there occurs organogenesis, and in the organogenesis there occurs the formation of all the tissue, or the formation of all the tissues, and the formation of all other organs of the body from these germ layers. Okay, I hope you got the idea why it's and next one, why they're also called as embryonic layers. Embryonic layers because gastrulation stage is basically a stage of embryogenesis. It's a stage of embryonic development. That's why they are also called as embryonic layers. They are called as embryonic layers also. Okay, so you can call them as germ layers, embryonic layers, or the primary layers. Okay, now we will discuss. Uh, we will also discuss. There are two types of germ layers. Organisms are such organisms, yani animals, are categorized categorized into two categories on the basis of germ layers. On the basis of germ layers, I will erase all these points first. Wait for a sec. Okay, so animals are of two types on the basis of germ layers. Okay, dear. Number one, if we talk about the two categories, number one is diploblastic organisms. Number one is diploblastic organisms. Diploblastic organisms. Number two is triploblastic organisms. I think I will discuss it, I will write it on next page. That will be much better. Okay, so I will try to go to the next page. It's like this. One sec, I will go to the next page. Okay, we have diploblastic organisms. Sir, diploblastic organisms are those organisms having two germ layers, sir. That is ectoderm and endoderm. Endoderm. In between, in between these, in between these two germ layers, there is an undifferentiated, mesogloe, or it's called parenchyma. Parenchyma also. Okay, I will draw it here, and inshallah you will get the idea very clear. So what are diploblastic organisms? First, diploblastic organisms are those organisms having two germ layers. So here we have di means two, that is diploblastic organisms having two germ layers only, because animals have minimum of two germ layers. Two germ layers are those that have two, we can say diploblastic organisms are those which have two germ layers. Okay, that is the outer germ layer, it's called the outer germ layer. Outer germ layer, and the endoderm means inner germ layer. Okay, endoderm. In between, now in between the ectoderm and the endoderm, there is an undifferentiated fluid cavity. It's called as mesogloe, or it's called as parenchyma. I will show you on the diagram like this. Okay, if we have got the central cavity here, we have got the first layer, we have got the second layer. Okay, here we will make the cells. This is completely cellular layer. We will fill it with cells. Okay, these dots are the nuclei inside the cells. Let me show you all the cellular layers like this. The second one we have here, it is the endoderm. Okay, endoderm also is a cellular layer. Okay, I will use next color for the nuclei inside the cells like this. Okay, and so what we have here, sir, this layer is, this is called ectoderm. This is the inner layer, it's called endoderm. And this fluid space, it is a mesogloe. This fluid space is mesogloe. I can write here, or this is parenchyma, so this is the outer layer ectoderm, this is the inner layer endoderm, and this is the central cavity. Okay, so this space, fluid space in between these two layers, it is called as mesogloe. Understand? So these are the diploblastic organisms. If we say that, are these germ layers are present in adult organisms like human beings? No, sir, these are not present in adult organisms. These are present only during the embryonic stage, during the embryonic development of an organism. After then, when there starts organogenesis, all the organs are formed from these germ layers. Okay, now we go for the next one, that is the triploblastic organisms. Going for the next page, that is discussing the triploblastic organisms. I will explain it, then after I will give the examples of both the diplo and triploblast. In short, we can write organisms having three germ layers. In short, we can say triploblastic are the organisms having three germ layers. Okay, that is ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. Okay, I will show all these layers on diagram. Let me draw the diagram here. So we have got the central cavity like this, the first layer. Uh, the stylus is sitting on the screen. So if you wish to draw these diagrams on your notebooks, you will use the instruments, mathematical instruments, to draw the circles clearly. Okay, so I will draw the cells here on these. These are the cellular layers. Cellular layers. These are the cellular layers. Okay. Next one. This is also a cellular layer. Okay. Then after next, it is also a cellular layer like this. Completely all the three layers are cellular. Okay. Using nuclei of putting nuclei in the cells. So we can say that triploblastic organisms are those organisms having all the three germ layers. That is the outer germ layer, ectoderm, and this is the middle germ layer, mesoderm. It's middle. Okay, and this is the inner germ layer in red color. It's called as it is the inner germ layer, middle germ layer. This is outer germ layer. Okay, so this in this diagram there you see all the three layers, and all the three layers are cellular, completely cellular. And these cells in the next developmental stage undergo the division, undergo the organogens, and form all the tissues and organs of the body of an organism. Okay, now triploblastic organisms. If we talk about the triploblastic organisms, okay, so in triploblastic organisms, if we clarify some of the, we'll first the examples of diploblastic organisms. Examples: diploblastic organisms are porifera, porifera to ctenophora. All the organisms under these three phyla, that is porifera, coelenterata, and ctenophora, are diploblastic organisms. Now, triploblastic organisms. What are triploblastic organisms? Triploblastic organisms are, we can say, from platyhelminthes to chordates. All other phyla from platyhelminths, that's platyhelminths, aschyhelminths, annelida. There are arthropods, there are mollusks, there are echinodermates, and hemichordata and chordates are all under the triploblastic organisms. Okay, I hope I I hope you will get the idea about the diplo and triploblastic organisms. So that's it for today.